Alright everybody, let's get some things out the way. I am transgender. I was assigned female at birth. I am Tamil Sri Lankan American. When I was younger, I looked like this. And nobody gave me flack about it. Everybody just called me a tomboy. This story is not about my queerness, but it is. I remember one day when I was little, I came home complaining about one of my teachers, and my appa, my father, said, "Listen, don't argue with them even if they're wrong, huh? Just put your head down, keep your eyes glued to your books, and then you will succeed. Then after you succeed, you can say any shit you want." The last part, he didn't say. But that was the gist of it. See, my parents were on land that they felt like visitors to. They felt that if they were quiet, that they would at least survive. They just wanted a peaceful life. But this land was my land. I was the first to be born here, in Queens. Not that I remember that shit. Because I was raised in Lancaster, a super hick town just 1 hour away from Los Angeles, where in the mid-1800s, the KKK established its first West Coast church. And the Tamil Sri Lankan community, we were like flies in the buttermilk in Lancaster. But we dubbed the city Sri Lancaster. So one day, I'm in the 6th grade looking like this, and a girl comes up to me and asks me if I'm gay. I mean, she didn't really ask me if I was gay. She was like, "Are you?" And I was like, "No." Yikes! So soon after that, I started dressing and behaving like a girl because I didn't want nobody to sniff me out. Because queer people, we have this smell. Just kidding. And on the real, as a kid, I didn't know anything about queer people. All I knew was that you could probably get killed if you were one. And was I really queer? I mean, wasn't I just like a boy in a girl's body? And while I'm trying to navigate all of this, thank God for hip-hop in the late 80s. Black MCs talking about their communities, about racism, about the injustice on black lives. Yo, I wanted to be loud like that. I wrote for myself and I wrote to escape. This brown kid stuck in an immigrant family in a hick town. I wrote horribly. But truthfully and honestly, mimicry with humility. And only after surviving being a closeted queer in Lancaster did I slowly make my way back to being a boy at UCLA. Because I saw other queer folks living out loud and free regardless of the cost. UCLA is where I got to write and perform. I tested the waters. I got loud with other loud students about war, injustice, police brutality, racism, just like hip-hop told me. But about my queerness, for some reason I couldn't write about that. I mean, everybody knew, right? Like, why did I have to be loud about that too? So crazy how we could love being us and hate it at the same time. Then, right before I graduate UCLA, I come out to my family and it crumbles us. Should I have even told them? Now I became my family's dirty secret. So I moved to New York and it was a really rough time. So I did what I know how to do. I wrote. But this time about my queerness and my family. And you know how many people resonated with that shit? You know how many folks, immigrants or not, people of color or not, they felt themselves through my stories? And the biggest lesson, there was a place on this planet that could hold all of me. The stage. Sometimes family is worth investing the time and sometimes not. As for my family, it took a while, but we healed our hurt. I am here because of my teachers. All of them. The ones from inside school, the ones outside of schools, and not the ones I had to stay silent around, but the ones I was vocal with. The ones who didn't scold me, but gently brought me to the light. So what does that look like now for you? How do you, as young people, queer or not queer, experience community through Zoom? You know, the kind of community that challenges you to become more of the you hid all last year pre-pandemic. As the first class to ever start a school year in a pandemic of this nature, y'all are gonna be the first ones to think about what connection really means to you. How do you wanna be loud? What's the game plan gonna be? One where we create fake worlds with fake filters, holding up fakeness as the real? Or do you wanna show up with your flaws, wounds and all, bearing it all to see others bear? Because I am begging you to make this your practice. To be authentically, unapologetically you. And I beg you to find your teachers and your elders, and not just the ones who shine, but the ones who don't. And I demand you, queer or not, to not let any of those internalized phobias get in your way of being that beautiful self you know you've been aching to be. Just start now. Practice who you want to be in quarantine so that once we have the vaccines, you won't be feeling like the real world is so damn dreadful. This world is a shit show and you are our power washers. Remember to honor yourself. Honor each other. Hold space for your friends to crumble and build back up together. Kick up dust together. Be loud together. Yo, I promise that if there's any class of any year that's already successful, it's y'all. The world might be what it is, but we are all waiting on y'all to welcome us to yours.